just when I was feeling faith in humanity restored, the faith had to be crushed because I had to be reminded about how many assholes live on this fucking planet. So, for the last fucking video I just made, and it's like actually uploading while I'm filming this, I was talking about how Germany welcomed the Syrian refugees into the country and how awesome that was. And the video I'd found about it was on Tumblr, and I was trying to find the same video on YouTube so that I could get a better link than just linking you guys back to the post on my blog. I didn't find the exact video, but while I was looking for it, I happened to see the comment section on a few of them. After seeing like 2 comment sections, I was like, you know what, I don't want to, I'll just fucking, I know for sure the video I'm looking for is on my blog, so I'll put the link there. And they're saying stuff like, oh, ISIS never thought it would be this easy to take over Europe, and how ignorant people are being, how stupid they're being for letting these Syrian refugees into their country, and all this other fucking bullshit. It's the same Islamophobia that has led to so many deaths and so much destruction worldwide, but even domestic, like fucking American citizens who have lived in America their whole lives, but if they're Muslim or they're brown, they could get murdered or beaten up or fired or just basically treated like shit for something, for being, even though they are an American citizen, they are not a terrorist. And the percentage of freaking Muslims that are ISIS is smaller than the amount that were fucking Taliban, which was, when I got this statistic, was like 0.01% or some bullshit, something insignificantly small like that. But the second, I mean, in all these fucking disaster movies and everything else, whenever something destroys America, which happens in most disaster movies, Americans flee. Where do they flee? Other countries, and they are welcomed. And they use this to show how good the world is. Yet, when real live disaster destroys a country, no one wants them, and then people who accept them are fucking laughed at and told that they're being stupid for being a decent fucking human being. And thing is that, do you know how stupid that is? It would be the same thing as not welcoming American refugees if America got destroyed from something, because, oh, you know what, they do that, they're going to fuck over our country, they're going to turn our country into US, I don't want the NSA looking at all my internet history, or they're so violent and they're going to fucking murder me because they have all the US has the most serial killers, by the way, so I don't want to have serial killers in my country, even though actually, what I'm saying is actually more likely to have those negative effects are actually more fucking likely than the fucking having ISIS people and these, ISIS's plan. Let's sneak someone on, with these refugees, which are not getting accepted almost everywhere, and are fucking dying on the trip over from fucking, cause, like, the best fucking thing I saw was, no parent puts their child on a boat unless the water is safer than land. They are risking their lives to escape their country. They are not ISIS, okay? They are trying to get away from ISIS, and fucking the Americans who are sending drones to bomb fucking villages filled with children and families and just innocent Joe Schmoes who didn't ask for any of this. They're just peaceful fucking people going about their lives like you or I, and then they're getting treated like shit because of a fucking bullshit racist stereotype. And I think I scared my cat, who had been happily eating his wet food treats over there, but, sorry, Bear, but, sorry, I just noticed that he had run off, but, yeah, doesn't change the point, I easily get distracted, but, do you know how many people are starving to death, are drowning, are dying from exposure, and are just generally, they have nothing, their homes have been destroyed, they have nothing, because remember the donations I mentioned? Part of that was that this person got touched by this, was very touched by this picture of this person going through shoes to find a pair to wear. They don't even have shoes for their feet. They only have the clothes on their back, and in some cases they have a few belongings, but a lot of these people don't they just have the clothes on their back. And are you telling me that I saw this horrible picture of this little toddler who had been washed up to shore? Are you fucking telling me that that little toddler who died trying to get away from a lethal situation... Sorry, the sun's coming in. Are you telling me that that child is a terrorist? That that child, that toddler who fucking drowned is a terrorist and is going to destroy your country? Or what about the thousands and millions of other children? Or even just innocent fucking people who are adults who deserve to be treated like a fucking human being? I don't even think people would be willing to treat animals that badly. Well, depending on the species, I guess, but still. You know, there's a lot of scary shit happening with the racism and stuff, because this is actually with the Germany thing. A lot of what Donald Trump actually is advocating for is to have only real Americans and whatnot. You know, that was the exact same platform that Hitler used. The exact same. And we all know how that fucking turned out. And America is already starting to do exactly the things that were happening. Having authority figures shooting down the undesirables in the street. This toxic ideation and this separation of fellow human beings has led to nothing but death and destruction. And you know, ISIS was fucking created by the states to battle the Taliban. And Taliban was also created by the fucking states. And then once they dropped that thing or whatever, they got out of control and turned into its own thing. Every single terrorist threat that U.S. has faced has started out as an American thing that they started because they couldn't leave well enough alone. If they had just left those fucking countries alone, maybe we wouldn't have had those freaking humongous war that we've been having. We wouldn't have all these lives destroyed, these countries destroyed, and also just within, you know, U.S. and whatever, we wouldn't have these freaking people getting, like, especially around 9/11, which was recently, you wouldn't have people who are afraid to walk down the street for something. Okay, so the number of people who died in 9/11 is at most like a fifth. Or, no, not even, like, probably, like, more like a 50th, the amount of people who have died in retaliation. So all the shit that America has done to the Islamic countries because of 9/11, and it's excused because of 9/11, and every fucking Muslim person or brown person in the States is treated like shit because people blame every single person of that religion or race for something that insignificantly small percentage of them did. There are more freaking white serial killers. Like, there's a higher percentage of white people that are serial killers and mass murderers than there are of Muslim and or brown people who are terrorists. And by the way, I'm using brown. I don't know if I am a white person, but that's usually what I've heard people use to describe people who are Middle Eastern or Indian or whatever else. But if I'm making anyone uncomfortable with that, please tell me. But yeah, the point stays the same, is that there are far more white people, in fact, there is a far higher percentage of white people who are fucking terrible people and should deserve to be treated like shit but aren't, than there are of fucking extreme mass murdering fucking people of other races. So just keep that in mind next time you keep up your white supremacy, everyone else is fucking evil and deserves to die bullshit. Thanks for watching.